Right, given that our lesson didn't actually record today, I'm going to just make a video of the stuff that we went over. So we looked at circle equations. So we said that the equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Okay, we said r is the radius of the circle, and this particular equation has an origin of 0, because there's nothing attached to the x and the y. But if I rewrote my equation like this, squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared, right? I've just attached something to the x and the y. Then the center of the circle is AB, right? That is our center. But because it's 0, it's the origin, there's nothing else attached to it. And then so r squared belongs here, but r is the radius of the circle. So let's say that this distance here was 6. That would mean I could write this equation as x squared plus y squared equals 36, because r needs to be squared. All right. If I did another version, obviously this is ridiculous because it can't be different on the same circle, but let's pretend it's a different one. Let's pretend that this is 5. The origin is still the center of the circle, so it would be x squared plus y squared equals 25, because this is r squared. All right, so let's save that. Okay, let's do an example where the center is not 0, 0. So again, I said that x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. And I said that the center is a, b. Remember, these signs are different. So from our last topic, remember when we translated shapes around, when we had a minus inside like this, it actually went to the right. Well, it's the same idea here. So if I gave you an equation and I said x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 49, I would be able to draw this circle, because what I know is that the center is 1, negative 3, and I know that the radius is the square root of 49, which makes it 7. So if I was going to draw it, I can't believe I'm about to try. My center is 1, negative 3, and I'm just going to use this shape because you all made fun of me earlier. What happened? Why was there no... What? No, what's happening? Draw a circle. Make me a circle. What is actually happening? I don't understand why it won't make me a circle. Get rid of that. Make me a circle. Grr. Okay, well, I guess I'm drawing a circle. Here we go. What did I say? 1, negative 3. All right, let's pretend that that's the circle. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is not even close to being the center. I am so sorry. All right, we're going to pretend that that is the circle, and that makes this radius 7. Okay, radius from anywhere, obviously they'll all be 7. If you had a real circle, they would all be 7. All right, so let's look at how we can find things when we have different pieces of information given to us. And we're going to use the skills that we developed in the last topic. So remember, we completed the square. Somebody pointed out today that why do you have to complete the square to figure out the equation of a circle? Seems a bit funny, but anyway, that's what we're going to do. So what if I had something like this? So if I've got x squared, yeah, let's do it like that. So x squared minus 10x plus y squared plus 12y plus 12 equals 0. What I'm going to do is I'm going to think about these as two different things. I'm going to think about the x's as one equation, and I'm going to think about the y's as another equation, and I'm going to complete the square for both of them. And you'll see that it'll end up like the format that we had before. So let's complete the square here. So I've got x squared minus 10x, and what belongs here, remember, halve this and square it. So half of this is negative 5, squared is 25. If I add 25, I've also got to subtract 25. And then I do the same for this. So this becomes plus y squared plus 12y. What belongs here? Well, halve this and square it. So that's going to be 6 squared, so 36. If I add 36, I have to take away 36. But I've also got a 12 here. So I can't ignore that. I didn't have another number over here, so it was just minus 25, but I do. Now I'm going to compress this a bit. So this is a perfect square. So I've got x minus 5 squared. And this is also, I'm going to bring this across here. Actually, let me just write it out so it's less confusing. And this is y plus 6 squared. And then I've got 36 plus 12. So hopefully you can see that that is minus, what have I got? Minus 14. Right, I'm going to take these numbers all the way across here because I want to know my radius. So I've got x minus 5 squared plus y plus 6 squared. And then if I add 25 and 14 to this side, I get 49. So that tells me that the center of my circle is 5, negative 6, and the radius of my circle is the square root of 49, which is 7. So again, I can now draw this. I'm not going to because you know what happens when I draw things, but this is how I would draw my circle. If you're not asked to draw the circle, don't waste your time. You can just give the information. But if you're asked to draw it, then please do. All right, let's save that and do another example. And this time we're not going to know the radius. We're going to be given a point. All right, let's say, all right, so we've got, let's say that we have x minus 4 squared, and then we're going to add y plus 3 squared, and we're going to say we don't actually know the radius. So I've got this, but what I am going to be told is that there is a point on the circumference of the circle, negative 2, 5. Now, if there is a point that fits the equation, clearly it is on the circumference of the circle, right? Any point on this equation is going to have to be somewhere along here because this is the equation, right? So it doesn't really matter where it is. We're just being told that there is a point. So this is an x and y value. And if I plug those in, the only thing I don't know is r, and then I can find it. So instead, what I actually have is negative 2 minus 4 squared plus 5 plus 3 squared equals r squared. So negative 6 squared, 36, 8 squared, 64 equals r squared. So that's 100. So that means that r is 10. So I found the radius. So what I can do now, usually you'll be asked to rewrite the original equation properly. So I've got x minus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 100 because r squared is this bit here, right? So you just plug that at the end, and that is the equation of a circle with a center 4, negative 3, and that passes through this particular point and obviously has a radius of 10. Right, I hope that is helpful. I will also do some example questions. Not on this video, on the next one.